One thing that's really important to understand when we are in this place of conscious manifestation is that what you're dealing with is an infinite universe. What does that mean? There are infinite potentials that are available to you. It is limitless. And in a sense, we are not actually creating anything. We are aligning ourselves with a certain potential that is available for us, a potential for your life, a potential dream. Now, when you have a specific desire, I believe that it is planted there by your soul, by the divine, because you have the potential to live that reality. You wouldn't otherwise have the dream, have the desire, have the certain impulse. That in itself is a way that your soul communicates with you and through you, and you know what that is. The mind's going to tell you that you don't know because our ego doesn't want us to go into what is considered unfamiliar territory. It wants to stay in what is known and familiar because that aspect of our being is trying to keep us alive. So it's going to steer away from anything that is unfamiliar. However, your soul seeks that because it knows that that's where your potential lies, that you going into what is unknown, that you stepping out into the darkness is where you have the opportunity to tap into that potential. It doesn't exist in the known field. If it did, you would already be living that reality. You wouldn't be sitting here right now dreaming about it, envisaging it, imagining it. And the easier that you can imagine something, the closer that it is in your field, the more available it is to you. This is why our imagination is such a beautiful thing. You're not creating that from scratch. You're tapping into a potential that is already here and available for you. So, what's important in this process for you as a co creator? So, I've said this before, you're not doing this alone, you're working in partnership with this energy. You are collaborating with the divine intelligence. So, you're not doing this alone. But what's really powerful for you to step into on this manifestation journey, and where people have seen so much success that makes no logical sense, people that have manifested things beyond their wildest dreams, it all started from a decision. It all started from a decision to make themselves available to that particular reality. Jim Carrey, just as an example, has spoken about how he wanted to manifest $10 million. So he decided to write himself a check for $10 million for services rendered for an acting gig. I don't believe he was an actor at the time. He used to drive up into Mulholland Drive and see the beautiful houses and see Hollywood, and he would dream and envisage that life for himself. But he made a decision. And when you make a decision, what happens is you start to align with the identity. You start to align with the version of you who is living that reality. So if all potentials and possibilities exist, there is that version. There was that version of him as a paid actor receiving $10 million. dollars. I'm just using that as an example, but when you decide something for yourself that might be, I've decided I am a published author. And like writing it down is really powerful. There is power in our pen. There is also power in our words. Our words are our wand. So speaking it out loud, speaking the decision out loud, writing the decision down. It's like you're writing out a contract for yourself. There is power in all of these practices. And in that decision, you start to command your body, command your being that this is the reality that I am choosing. Even that word decide, there is so much power in that word. And I've heard it even explained as the word decide. It's like it's killing off, it's cutting off any other possibilities. It's like you're saying there is only a plan A here, and this is what it is. I have decided. And you even know what it's like in your life when you've decided something for yourself. You know what? I've decided I'm no longer going to eat meat. I've decided I'm not going to drink that glass of alcohol. I've decided it's time for me to go home. What happens is there's no confusion, there's no question, there is only a coherent energy that's behind that decision. Now, that's the energy that you are signaling out to the universe through your decision. When you signal that energy out into the universe, the field starts to change. The field starts to respond to the energetic signal that you are projecting out there via that very clear decision or that very clear intention. Particularly if you then speak those words out loud or you write that down, you start to claim that reality. You start to put in that order. Now, that is a really big piece of the puzzle, is first and foremost making that decision, sending out that clear, coherent signal. The second piece of the equation is, okay, if that's the version of me, if that version of me, if that reality exists as a potential, my job's not to make it happen. It's to make myself available for it, which means it's to become magnetic, to place out the most magnetic signal, to draw that from a potential into form, from energy into matter. Joe Dispenza talks about this a lot in having that clear and coherent signal. We need to have that clear intention. And then we need to have that magnetism that comes from our heart coherence. So we ask ourselves the question, the version of me who is living that reality that I have now decided I'm available for, who are they? What do they feel? How are they operating? What's the emotional state that they are choosing to embody, that version of me is embodying on a daily basis? They are not in a wanting energy. They are not in a seeking energy and a looking outside for validation or confirmation, because that's sending a signal out of, I don't have what it is that I desire. So what's an energy that they might be holding? What is an energy that they might be embodying? It is done. I'm enjoying it. I'm living it. It feels good. I'm receiving it. So when we start to alter our state from being the one who is wanting to manifest something to living as the embodiment of the manifestation, the one who is already living and breathing and existing in our reality, that's when we have both a coherent mind and a coherent heart. And that's when our magnetism can draw that which is simply an idea and a potential. We observe it and we bring it into the field, into reality, into our three-dimensional reality. So the question to ask yourself and to do as a practice is, what am I deciding is already so, knowing that the desire already exists as a potential. It's actually here waiting. It's waiting for your energy of decision. It's waiting for you to choose that, to observe that, to see it, to imagine it, to make yourself available for it. And then the second piece is, what would it feel like to be living that right now? What would it feel like to be in that dream home? I know I did this a lot. I had imagined myself moving through it, feeling the beautiful wooden floors underneath my feet, feeling the warmth of the light entering the home because I knew that I wanted a light-filled home, feeling the way that I would feel when I walk in the door. And I am living all of those experiences now because the manifestation is already so. I'm not in a place of wanting the beautiful home, of looking out for it, of wondering when it's going to come, of checking my external reality to see if it's there. No, I'm living and breathing it and enjoying it and in gratitude for it every day. I am in gratitude for my home every single day. So these are two really powerful pieces that I would suggest for anyone starting out on this manifestation journey is to ask themselves the question, what is it that I'm now deciding? And how would I feel living that reality right now? Those two pieces together are so important. It will change your world. Trust me. Please make sure that you are following along. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments how that feels for you, how decision feels in your body, what you might be making yourself available for. And be sure to share this with anyone that you feel needs this reminder. Thank you so much for being here.